So I got my 280Z right hand bracket. This is gonna go underneath this quarter panel right here. So I'm using some template paper to mark out where the bracket is on this side. I'm gonna flip that over, put it over here, and then mark the same spots, and then we'll do some cross measurements to make sure that that's actually gonna be in the spot that it's supposed to be. I don't want this to be lower this way and put more pressure on this trunk or hatch than that side. So yep, that's what we're doing. So I'm just got this pushed up against here, just kind of going over this, pushing it down and marking where it's going to be, and then I'll cut those holes out and just mark them over there, and then we can start measuring. We'll probably measure from, I don't know, here up all the way back to this slam panel to there. We'll probably measure from the top down and just a bunch of different directions, I guess. All right, template paper down. That was the one that was over there. I used a hole punch to punch these holes out, and I'm just going to use a Sharpie to mark these two holes. All right, let's double check this. We'll go into that corner. Got about 15 and a half and 16 and 5/8. Go to this corner, do the same thing. All right, so 15 and a half. Yeah, 16 and 5/8. All right, so I got two nuts welded on this plate. I got it held in by this bracket so I know everything lines up. And then I'll trace around this back side here. I'll cut it out so it fits the design of that bracket. And then I'll take that piece, and that piece is going to go up inside here, and then it'll get welded from the bottom. The reason why I'm doing it that way, I want the nuts on top, just because if I were to use like a threaded insert or something, the thickness of the head is going to end up pushing it down. It doesn't look right. I feel like this way is going to look a little bit more OEM, I guess. You're not going to be able to tell. You know, the bracket's going to be sitting just like this, right up inside this crevice, and you'll never be able to tell that there was a plate welded on this backside. Alright, so I got my bracket cleaned up, everything's ready to be welded. I need to figure out how to locate this, and what I'm doing is taking a measurement from that corner to the edge of this bracket, which is 16 inches. I'll take that 16 inches and bring it over on this side, and that will locate our front to back measurement. So we also have this in and out measurement, and then this can also rotate. So what I'm going to do for that is I have this paint stick here. This fits perfectly inside that bracket. So I'm going to take this bracket, this paint stick, I'm going to butt it up against this. That'll set our gap, and it'll stop it from rotating. Alright, so as you could hear, that kind of welded like garbage. The steel coating I put on is weldable, but I don't know, I don't really like that. I'll have to go inside here and see how well it penetrated. If it didn't penetrate very good, then I'm probably gonna drill that back out and re-weld it. Anyways, now we can take these bolts out. Alright, so I added a third hole. I didn't like the way that those other two came out. It welded like crap. I used the Steelite aerosol spray. It's supposed to be weldable, as you can see right there, but yeah, I don't know about that. I think any more brackets I do, I'm probably just going to grind it all off, or at least the area where I'm going to be welding. So yeah, that third weld came out pretty good. So now I'm just going to grind it all down, grind those down, and test fit everything. Okay, so we got those ground down. We got these welds ground down. All I need to do is run this bracket up, bolt it in place, and test it out. And there we have it. So all bolted up. Alright, so I'm going to hold this down as if it was latched. And that looks pretty good. Both sides are even now. So yeah, awesome. That fixed the problem that I was experiencing. Essentially, all this force is on this side, pushing this corner down and pushing that one up. So now that we have, you know, some force on this side, it kind of levels out. All right, cool. So if you guys want to do this on your 240Z, you have to find a 280Z car or find somebody that has a 280Z parts car, have them cut off that bracket, and then just weld it on like we did today.